Hi, my name is Jennifer with Full Petal Alchemy, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about my Lycanwood perfume that I'm sending out to a past client. It does contain tinctured oak moss, which oak moss is an ingredient that IFRA has banned because it has the potential to cause contact dermatitis in certain individuals. I'm really sensitive. It doesn't do that to me, but I can't advise anybody else to apply this to their skin. So my client is aware of this, and she loves it. She's ordering it again. And for people that I would advise not to apply it to your skin, but to apply it to your clothing or to apply it to lava beads or something like that. But it's a great way to smell what oak moss is supposed to smell like. So when you're buying a perfume that says it has oak moss, you have an idea of what you're supposed to be smelling. She was also curious about what oak moss smells like before it's tinctured, so I'm sending her a sample of that so she can check it out. It's kind of surprising how soft and powdery it can smell, in addition to that woodsy, kind of balsamic, sweet, and foresty, damp forest kind of notes that it contributes to a fragrance. So it's really lovely, and I also want to play around with it with some incense. I have some Mysore sandalwood dust. It's a product that is left over from when people make when the sandalwood beads are made. So it's really lovely, and I want to use that with some oak moss and some other ingredients to create an incense. And I'm kind of new with playing with incense, so it's just something that I enjoy because I work with these materials and they're just really wonderful. So the Lycanwood has bergamot in the top note, and it also has ylang ylang as the heart, and I add a little bit of vintage patchouli, which patchouli, I know for people, I didn't think that I liked patchouli until I started working with aged patchouli, which is a totally different animal and in very small amounts. So I add a little bit of that along with, of course, the tinctured oak moss, and it has gold ambergris too. So I love it. I do wear it all the time, and it is pretty tenacious because oak moss is a really great fixative, and so it does last, and ambergris is as well. But for natural perfume, it's not going to last as long as a synthetic, and for me, as someone who's really sensitive to smells, that's actually a good thing. I would rather reapply an hour or two to see how I feel, and if I want more at that point, I can reapply. But perfumes that last 6 hours I start to feel kind of claustrophobic. So I know that that isn't for, a lot of people that are really into perfume really want that projection and the tenacity, and I prefer more intimate, and I kind of like that ephemeral quality that the naturals have. And so this is, oak moss does have some tenacity. It's been used for thousands of years. The Egyptians used it in their burial ceremonies, and it's been used in incense and hundreds of years in perfumery. So it's a traditional ingredient that I think is really important to preserve as for just historical purposes and as a reference point. So like I said, so when you have a perfume that says oak moss, this is what it's supposed to smell like. So yeah, I'm sending this out, and I'm going to send my little sample of some oak moss to her as well. And I just enjoy talking about these materials, and I'm curious if anybody else works with it or has vintage perfumes with oak moss, and I'd love to hear your thoughts.